Hey, how y'all doing? Yep, this real quick. It's a lot of little stuff been coming to me, but I'm just speaking real quick on my interpretation from these geese I've been seeing in traffic. I thought they would duck. That's why I would be like ducking in traffic. But my daughter, she clarified. She like, Mama, they geese. So I looked up geese, and I got like 2 interpretations from the geese that I'm gonna speak on. And one of the interpretations is migration. You know, when you deal with like geese, you know, they migrate. So God is saying, you know, you're going to be moving, like migrating. I told y'all, ain't nobody going to want to be in America now when this storm hit. So one of the symbolism I'm getting from the geese is migration, like a great migration, like the great exodus. Like we going to be leaving, like, you know, that's one thing I'm getting. Another thing that come with migrating and all that come from what I'm getting from the symbolism with the geese, new beginning. So every time I drive, it's not a coincidence at this point, because time and opportunity meet, and I'm always crossing paths with these geese. I'm always at the right time, at the right point. Like if I'm a second early or I'm a second late, I'm gonna miss it. But I keep running right on time, and every time I'm in traffic, it's a pack of geese in front of me. And so I'm like, Dad, what do these geese mean? And what I'm getting is like, you know how they have to migrate, the migration of the geese. Like they always migrate, and God is just saying, get ready to migrate, like get ready to leave. And so I'm already trying to do that. And then he also speaking on, and in my mind, is leave the country. So I'm already trying, okay, I got to get out this country. Like what I need to do, get out this country. That's the first thing. And then the second thing is new beginnings. You know, to me, you know, the great migration and just moving to something new and just, you know, just relocating. It's just like a new beginning. So those are 2 things I'm getting from these geese interpretation. God might have more. My mama, I'm going to ask her what it means. I'm like, what geese mean? And see what she say. But this video is very short, and I'm just giving my interpretation. It's other stuff I want to talk about, but I'm just doing this strictly on geese because I got a lot of other stuff going on, and I might not be able to break down the other stuff that I need to talk about. And a lot of time I have to just do open conversation, and God will just enter the conversation as I speak. And I don't never know where he gonna take the conversation. But this right here, I'm keeping it short, and it's dealing with the geese, and what I'm getting out of it is migrating. A migration come from geese, and new beginnings come from geese. Because when you migrate, it's like a new beginning. But it's no way I can cross paths, and every time I'm in traffic, boom, at this certain particular time, there go a pack of geese. There go a pack of geese, y'all, every time. So that's my interpretation that's coming to me. It's just like symbolic to this migration that's gonna go on, this great exodus. I told you, everybody gonna be trying to get out the United States. I keep telling y'all to get y'all passports. It's gonna get hard to get, but God is making it accessible now. So try to work on getting it now, because God is still gonna make a way. And it's always, and when God sends destruction, he's always gonna have a safe haven set up for his righteous. He's always gonna make sure his righteous got a safe spot to go. So if you linked up with the righteous, you would know. My kids, yeah, they just coming at the store. But so God, he already setting up safe, and whenever he send destruction, the righteous gonna always be protected. So if you around the righteous and they posted up somewhere, you gonna be protected too in this process. So he always gonna protect his righteous. It wouldn't he wouldn't be God if he didn't watch out for his righteous. So, but me, I just feel like we're gonna be migrating, because I really didn't even see us in this country to begin with. I've been had visions that I wasn't even in this country. So yeah. So I'm just saying hey to y'all, and I just speak to y'all later. Okay. So I just see y'all later. Speak to y'all later. And I was just getting y'all my reference, my interpretation of my geese that was coming up. And I ain't trying to get too deep, so this is just real quick, y'all. And I'll talk to y'all later. And y'all see my beautiful rainbow, didn't you? Yeah, my beautiful rainbow. I'm always seeing them. I'm like, okay, God, what do the I know this Pride Month, but I'm like, oh God, what do these rainbows mean? Cause I've been seeing them everywhere. Don't nobody see them but me. Like, I'm doing a little video. Oh. Don't nobody see them but me. So I'm trying to figure out why I keep seeing all these rainbows. everywhere. I show y'all, but I see them all the time, like everywhere. It's just like, yeah, right here in Memphis, y'all. Right here in this city, in Memphis, Tennessee, I'm seeing all these beautiful rainbows. And I'm gonna break them rainbows down too. I've been telling y'all in my other video, God been wanting me to speak on rainbows. I told you he want me to speak on rainbows. The number 4, what I say, 444, boom. And he want me to speak on my Freddy Krueger vision. So he want me to break all this stuff down. I ain't had a chance to do it. My kids use my computer because I had Ashley bought me a computer and stuff to do all this stuff. And then I just gave the computer to my kids. I probably doing all my videos, editing, doing all this other stuff, and I done gave it to my kids. Yeah, they done took my computer. So I'm finna get another computer to do all that. But I'm gonna be working on it too, and I'll talk to y'all later. And then another thing is, geese are very aggressive. Because I looked up like the difference between geese and ducks. And another thing about geese is they are aggressive. And so it kind of the same symbolism like what my daughter was saying when me and my daughter was in the video to fight. So the geese also represent fight. Just fight. Like it's going to be a fight. So you get ready to fight. So I'm getting that out of it too. So that's an interpretation God telling me just fight. Just fight. Whatever you want to go on, it's yours. You're going to have to fight for it. But it's yours though. So you done won whatever it is, but you're going to have to go through the whole process. It's not going to be given to you on a silver spoon, so to speak. And, you know, I'm just getting into this real quick. But after Moses had died, you know, they had probably going to the promised land, but Moses wasn't able to go to the promised land. He died before they went to the promised land. So I'm reading after Moses went to the promised land, God appointed Joshua. And Joshua, God was like, the land is yours. He said, but you got to possess the land. So do you know what possess means? Like, do you know what it means to put the type of energy to possess and own and take something? So he was telling him, you got to possess this. So he was telling them, go possess the land. So he was sending them out. And Joshua was kind of set up as a general, just setting up and just fighting for all this land that God was saying was theirs. He was going to take back what was his, basically. And I'm getting that symbolism out the same thing with the geese, that you're going to have to be extremely aggressive. It's yours, but if you want it, you're going to be extremely aggressive, and you just going to have to want it. Like my daughter with her music, like if she want it, like she just going to have to want it. And she going to have to, okay, by any means necessary, really. And it's hers. But she got to be on that level with that mindset. So even with just everything going on, like when you deal with geese, you deal with aggressive. They're very aggressive. They will fight. And God just saying fight. So it's kind of like confirmation for what my daughter was saying when I kept asking her, well, what do you want to tell the people? She was just like, fight. Okay. That's what he's saying, fight. And she prophetic. So I ain't really get deep into, okay, what's coming to you? I ain't really do all that, but pay attention to what she was saying now. And she was saying fight, and she said be delusional. And she's saying don't be delusional, like be delusional in a good way. Like be delusional, just like say what you saying. Even if people think you crazy about your dream or your vision, still push with your dream and your vision, because it's gonna be a delusion until it manifests itself. Like ain't no way you gonna tell nobody you the next big thing and people gonna sit there and believe you. So just be delusional with it at this point. Like be delusional. Like that's all you can do. Cause that's all you got, cause people gonna see you as delusional either way it go. Like whenever you push an ideal or dream or vision that God has instilled in you, everybody's gonna think you crazy for pushing and pursuing this dream and vision. And basically she was just saying be delusional about it. Like if you want it, you're gonna have to be delusional about it, because you're not gonna have nobody mentally around you that's on your level that gonna be like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. The first thing everybody gonna tell you is you could never do that. That's crazy. So she just like be delusional with it. So whatever you chasing after, whatever you going after, just be delusional with it. So this what I'm getting out of it, y'all. Those my interpretation, and this is just involved around these geese that I keep crossing paths with. These geese I keep crossing paths with in traffic. Now God could be saving me from something. So maybe it's a pack of geese and me being at a standstill. Maybe God has saved me from an accident now. Maybe it's an accident ahead, and God like, nah, you can't go right now. Let me send these geese out here to protect you, because if you meet this time and whatever going on, that Satan got something ahead that's gonna cause you to have an accident or something. So maybe the geese could be protecting me. In the sense, it's still a form of protection, but the symbolism I'm getting out of it, aside from the protection that he's not revealing to me, is, migration, new beginning, and fight and be aggressive for what you want. Just fight and be aggressive for what you want. So those are 3 interpretations that I'm getting from these geese. And y'all enjoy y'all day. Yeah, y'all. I was just kind of busy, so I was just trying to just speak what was coming to me as I was doing the video. And I wrote down the rest of the stuff attached to the revelations of the interpretations. And a voice was telling me just speak everything in the video. Like, it's okay to write it down. Just speak everything I want to say in the video. So this is just an add-on from the other video. And I'm just adding on. I just said add on. I'm out of it mentally, but yeah. So if I repeat myself, then just know I am not her. I am not. I'm combobulated. Is it discombobulated? Okay, let me go and get through. So dealing with these geese. What I'm getting from these geese is migration, moving. What else I say? A new beginning. I said fight, because geese are very aggressive. They're very protective of their family. It's a form of protection. So geese represent protection, because they protect their family. They all about protecting their children. So geese represent the fight and the protection around family. It also represents family. When I see geese, it also means go to war. Go to war for what you want. Go to war for your promises. Go to war for the inheritance that you would. Go to war for your entitlements. Go to war for it. And then that war got a double meaning, because the geese could also, the go to war could also mean America going to war. So the war part of it, it got a double meaning to it. And then I'm trying to see what else comes to me. It's to go to war, fight for what you want, fight for it. Because like even when I gave the example, because I was reading Moses, and Moses had got the people out of the wilderness and out of slavery, and they was going into the promised land. But the promised land wasn't just given to them. They had to go to war. They had to go to war over their promises. They had to go to war and fight for their land. And that's what Joshua stepped in. And Joshua was the next in line behind Moses to lead the people. And he had to just kind of act like a general in a sense. And all they did was fight. It was just fighting wars behind him. People talk about David fighting in war. Not like Joshua. Joshua, as soon as they came out the promised land, they had to fight at that point. From the time Moses got them out the promised land, and by the time Moses got them out of slavery and out the wilderness, they had to fight from that point on. They was fighting from that point on, and the person appointed over them during their time, who God appointed, was Joshua. And that's what I was reading about. And all it was fight, war. This is the promised land. This is what God promised us. Now we got to go out on the battlefront, and we got to go fight for what's ours. So that's what I'm getting out of y'all with these geese. And even with my daughter, I mentioned it in the video before where I was talking about if it's hers, she got to want it. But it's like she got to be extremely aggressive. And she literally got to go to war for what she wants. Like if the music thing is what she wants, she gonna have to fight for it. Actually, she gonna have to go to war for it. Like, she's gonna have to be extremely aggressive. Because geese are extremely aggressive. They are not passive. And ducks are very passive. Ducks are very passive in nature. But geese, very aggressive. Very aggressive about what they want. Stay out their way. They will attack. Stay out their way. But also with geese, even through all the aggression, they represent a form of peace and serenity. So even through the aggression of the war and fighting and them just protecting what's theirs, just as long as you don't just as long as you don't violate, they cool with you. But once you violate, that's where all the aggression, and that's where you're gonna see this flip side of these geese. And that's kind of the same thing God is kind of saying. So I'm trying to remember if I got everything. So I'm speaking on new beginning geese. Really, the go to war part really was something that was sticking to me. Because like I said, when I just randomly opened the book, I end up in Joshua. And this is like after Moses had died. and they needed somebody to lead them into the promised land. But even with them leading them to the promised land, God said, go possess the land. So that means go to war. It basically was like go to war. And that's what Joshua did at this point. Like, they was very aggressive. They did not play. These people, when they got out this wilderness, when they got out this slavery, when God said go to the promise and go possess the land that I gave y'all, oh, they was aggressive. So God said, any promises, anything he has given you, you're going to have to go to war. And you're going to have to possess the land. And you know, I even seen the rainbow. I seen the rainbow after I seen the ducks. And the rainbow represents the promises. So maybe it's the promised land. Maybe it's go after your promises. Like, you're not going to just be able, you're going to have to just be aggressive with it. At this point, you're going to have to be aggressive with it. You're going to have to be just all of the above. If you want it like you say you want it. That's the level you're going to have to be on. So, that's all I'm saying to y'all. Y'all enjoy y'all day. Y'all, I'm almost through my hair. I ain't got no but a little piece right here, y'all. Like, I did like the side. So I did all this right here. So all I got left is like, this ain't no but a little piece at the top, y'all. As you see, that's it. So this should gonna be done. It's just been a lot going on in between. Yeah. It be so much going on in between. I'll be like, I can't even focus on what I need to focus on. But I'm still pushing through. And I'm still trying to do the videos too in between, even though I do got a lot of other stuff to speak on. But right now, it's just strictly these geese and what these geese represent and why I keep crossing paths with these geese. And you know, I also said they represent protection. So geese do represent this form of protection too. So I'm going to let y'all go. Y'all enjoy y'all day and be safe out here.